Hello, in this video we are going to look at how we can calculate speed from a distance time graph. So what have we got? We've got our graph, we've got distance plotted along the y-axis, we've got time recorded across the x-axis, and we've got a journey. We've got somebody driving their car and they're starting from home and they've driven 60 miles away from home, they've then turned around, they haven't stopped, they've gone straight home. So they started at 60 miles and they've ended up at no miles from home, so they've gone home. And that's taken quite a bit longer to go home than it took them to go out in the first place. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the speed on those two different legs. So the speed firstly on the outward journey and then the speed on the return home. So first of all, last video we had a look at how we could calculate speed, and we used the formula speed was equal to distance over time. The speed's equal to take my total distance travelled and I divide it by the time taken to complete that journey. So looking at my graph, what have we got? So for the first outward journey, we started at 0, we ended up at 60, so we travelled for 60 miles. And it's taken us from nothing up to 1 hour, so it's taken us 1 hour. So using my formula, let's write it again so we can see it, S equals D over T. I'm going to substitute my value, so my total distance travelled, that was 60 miles, and I'm going to divide it by the time taken, 1 hour. 60 over 1, we've travelled at 60, I need to remember my units, miles per hour. Let's have a look at the journey back. So we start off at 60 and we've gone home. So we've still travelled 60 miles. I'm going to write my calculation down, write my formula in. So speed equals distance over time. We've travelled for 60 miles. This time though, we started at 1 hour and we finished at 4 hours. So it's actually taken us 1, 2, 3 hours. So it's the difference between 4 and 1. So 3 hours, 60 divided by 3, and that's going to give me a value of 20 miles per hour, remembering those units again. Well, what have we actually done here? What we've done is we've looked at the rise of this straight line, which was 60, that was my distance, and my rise was my distance, and I divided it by the time, which is the run. So what we've actually done is we've calculated the speed, which is the same as the gradient of that straight line. So the distance, my rise, divided by my time, which was my run, so rise divided by run is my gradient, that's given me the value of my speed. So the steeper the gradient on this line, the faster the speed of the object. So if it's quite shallow like that, then my object's not moving very quickly. Steep curve like that, we're going to have a quick speed. So in this case, 60 miles an hour on the way out, steep curve. On the way back, we've only done 20 miles an hour, and that's a lot less steep. Let's have a look at another example. This time we're not starting from home. We're starting from 40 miles away from home, but we're still going up to 60 miles. On the way home, we're starting at 60 miles from home, and we're going home, so we're travelling 60 miles. Let's look at the first part of the journey. So we start from 40, we end up at 60. Difference between 60 and 40 is 20. So 60 take away 40. This distance travelled is going to be 20 miles. So we've got speed is equal to distance over time. Distance travelled is only 20 miles. So although we're 60 miles away from home, we started from 40 miles out. So we've only got an extra 20 miles. So that's my 20. How long did it take me to get there? Well, I started off at 0 and I ended up at 3 hours. So it's taken me 1, 2, 3 hours. 20 divided by 3, which is the same as 6 2/3 mile per hour. Okay. Let's have a look at the return leg. So we're starting off at 60 and we're going home. So we've covered 60 down to 0. So we've travelled 60 miles. My speed, because my distance divided by my time, is equal to total distance travelled, so that's my 60 miles. This time it's only taken me an hour to go home. It's gone from 3 up till 4. So 3 hours to 4 hours, just that 1 hour. So 60 divided by 1, and that's equal to 60 miles per hour. So again, what have we got? This line here, not very steep. So we've got a speed of just under 7 miles an hour. The return leg, that line is a lot steeper. We're travelling a lot more quickly at that on that return leg. And we've got a speed of 60 miles an hour. So steeper the gradient, faster the speed. Excellent. I would now like you to try the final exercise of the day. Have a look at, read through the email. Details of that exercise are included there. Thank you.